Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we've got something a little bit different. We're doing a tier list of FIFA 23 Ultimate Teams promos. As of recording, the latest promo is Team of the Season, so that is the last one that we will be doing. But if this video does well, I might do an updated one by the end of FIFA 23. There's a load of things to factor in when looking at these promo cards, but I'm going to be brutal. Let's go make a tier list. But first,
time for a relaxing sponsored daydream.
Are you tired of having no coins and coming up against teams that are absolutely cracked and better than yours? We'll go over to U7Buy, whose coins are cheap, fast and reliable. You can use the link in the description and make sure you use the code DEVS for a 6% off. So here we have the tier list. We've got Goated, Class, Decent, Pass and You're Gone. At the bottom you can see all the promo cards. They're not in order, however we're going to do them in order. We're going to rank them in order. So we're starting off way back when FIFA 23 came out. We have FUT Heroes. Now instantly I'm thinking about Decent, right? Because if you think of the things I'm kind of factoring in is memorability, Anyway, so how well you remember them, the kind of usefulness of the cards at the time and like now, so like how long they did, how well they did, I should say, and kind of the hype of the whole promo. I think they're kind of like the three prongs I've been looking at this: hype, usability, and how we remember them. So if we remember the cards, heroes are quite easy to remember because they've been in packs the whole time. At the beginning they were a lot more usable than they are now, but obviously that's when they were released, so that's perfectly fine. So for that reason, I think I'm going to put it at the top of Decent, however like borderline Class. Now we're going to go with Ones to Watch. That was the next promo out, and I love Ones to Watch at the beginning. I mean, this year was a lot better because there was different ways to upgrade them. I'm actually going to put it in Class or Decent. Class or Decent. The only reason I'm thinking of Class is because they can be upgraded, and I like cards that can get upgraded because it's a bit of fun. Oh, we've also got to factor in kind of like SBCs and objectives that they've come out with as well. So like if there was a promo without any SBCs, just the hype isn't there. There's no hype, and for that reason I'm going to go Decent again. Next up is Road to the Knockouts UCL, which I believe is this card type. I mean, again, it's decent. I wouldn't pass on it. It's decent. They're upgradable. I'm going to go Class because I do quite like the UCL cards when they can get upgraded, especially the Road to Knockout ones at the time that they get released. Next up, we've got Rule Breakers. Oh, it was a bit dead this year. Oh, they tried to emulate the Scream that they used to do during October, but for me, I'm going to put Pass. I just don't think there was a lot of... I can't remember anyone that was a Rule Breaker. The memorability of them weren't there. The longevity, that was the other word that I was looking for, that's not really there because I do not see anyone using Rule Breakers now. Yeah, I don't think there was much hype around it of what I remember. Of course, let me know if I'm talking absolute shite. Out of Positions next. This is an interesting one because I did quite like the concept of it is going to be maintained throughout the whole of FIFA because that's what they did say, releasing like random SBCs every now and again, which they haven't really stuck to their word. I'm going to go Decent, but I wouldn't put it above... Ones. I'm going to put it above Ones to Watch actually because it is decent. Like I said, it's different. You remember the promo at least, to be fair. The players. You got Ross Barkley. I don't know why I remember that one, but I do. Now we're moving on to the World Cup, which seems like forever ago. That doesn't even seem like this year. I know it wasn't like annual year, but in the last 12 months, it seems like donkeys ago, right? But we're starting with World Cup Heroes. I think this is a Class one. I just quite like the concept of the World Cup Heroes in general. I think there was a lot of hype when they came out as well. I think they're called Marvel Heroes, but I don't actually know if there was a collaboration between Marvel and FIFA at all. But I love this promo. There's still you still use the players today. You got that Lucio still. You see an odd Harry Kewell every now and again. I think this the longevity of this was very, very good. But just kind of the memorability factor of this, again, it's easier because you're still getting SBCs released from the player picks and that, which add into this, I think, because it builds up the hype. I liked it. It was a very, very good promo in my eyes. Next up, we've got the World Cup Path to Glory. I quite like this. Is again, upgradable cards I love. So I'm going in Class straight away. And you got the Road to the World Cup ones, which I don't think were upgradable at all. I mean, it was alright. personally, I'd pass on it. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a bit of a nothing one. It just felt, that one felt a bit forced and just kind of put there. Next up, you've got World Cup icons. I do like versatility of icon cards. I'm going to put this at the bottom of class, however. The attainability of them weren't too bad because of the SBCs, because of the player picks. Next up, we got World Cup stories, which I think is this orange one. Of decent, I'll put that. I don't think it was class. I'll put it at the top of decent, and then phenoms, I'll put in front of that as well. Same kind of thing. I don't think any of these were upgradable. The SBCs were decent. I mean, there wasn't a lot of hype around these. I mean, Rashford I see every now and again, but he's got better cards anyway. Phenoms, you got Jude Bellingham. I mean, it was decent, right? I mean, it was better than the Road to the World Cup and Rule Breakers, that's for sure. I'm happy with this tier list at the moment. Let's go on to the next one. History Makers is next. That's going in your gun. That was the worst one, I think. I mean, it wasn't much of a promo, but there was still, it still was, because you had that hype of being able to get one if you played from December to January, I think, or if it was pre-order. I can't remember what it was exactly. But there was one good player, pretty much. Two good players. It was Mbappe and Jude. And everyone got Pulisic. Everyone got the Saudi Arabian fella. Into wild cards. I think this is class. You had the swap tokens, didn't you? So I'm going to put it above the World Cup icon. You had the swap tokens. You just have different players as well. Sancho got a special card. Like, he doesn't get a special card often, does he? I still see a Benzema every now and again. I still see a De Bruyne every now and again. A Kante. I do still see those every now and again. I think it was a very, very good promo. Like I said, with the tokens as well. You can't go wrong. FUT Centurions. This was decent, to be fair. Am I going to top it there? Am I going to put class? I will put it... it was alright. It was decent. I mean, you got Zlatan, Trent, Vazquez got one, Kimpembe got one, Declan Rice got one. They're just kind of off the top of my head. Longevity. Oh, Salah got one as well. Longevity. I don't see any of them now. Team of the Year. Now, this one might be a bit controversial. I'm going to put it decent. Right, I mean, the longevity of the cards is, that's there. The memorability, you know the players. I just don't like the attainability of them. During Team of the Year, you get so many people that are so hyped to open packs and that. It's dead. It's so dead because you're pretty much guaranteed not to get one. It is awful. I don't like the promo at all. I know they got to do it. They don't have to, but it's part of the football heritage. You know, and I get that. That's why I put it at decent and not pass. If this was any other promo with attainability at this low level, this would be at pass for me. But it is so unlikely that you're going to... It's nigh on impossible, pretty much, to pack one of these. And I just don't enjoy that week or 2 weeks that the Team of the Year is out, because I essentially don't have any promos to be opening packs for, because I know I'm not going to get any Team of the Years. So I'm going to leave it at decent. Now, Team of the Year icons is something I can get behind because, again, longevity there, rememberability there, attainability, a lot higher than Team of the Year. You had the SBCs. I quite like the variation in icons, like I've just said. Future Stars, we've got our first go-to promotion. I love Future Stars so much because you get different cards that you're going to use. There's different every year. You don't get two of the same Future Star. You get to use a higher rated Rafinha, Adeyemi, Mudryk, if you really want to. I don't know why you would, but Musiala, Araujo, and Nketiah. I just love this promo so much. There is just hype behind it. Was there tokens? There was tokens for this, and oh man, that just makes it so much better. I couldn't say a bad thing about them. I mean, longevity-wise, you could probably make an argument for, but at the time, they were very usable. So, I'm putting it at goated for me. Go to the final. I'm going to put it at the top of decent. It wasn't as good as Road to the Knockout in terms of usability, I don't think. It was decent. It was there. You're like, we could have gone without it, but I'm happy as it is. Next up is Footballers. Oh, I mean... I like the idea of it, but unfortunately you're gone. I don't want it again next year. Unless you improve it. I did like the concept of it, but when do you ever see a Footballers in a team when you're coming up against them? Ederson probably being the only exception. For me, you're gone. Fantasy Foot, I'm going to put at class. I love an upgradable card, like I've said. That is the top of the class. Maybe borderline goated, you know. It was quite fun, to be fair. Different cards, different ways of upgrading. You had the heroes as well incorporated into this. You know what? No, Fantasy Foot is getting a goated approval from me. Certified GOAT of the promos. It was just a lot of fun. The SBCs were class, by the way. You had Angel Gomez SBC, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favourite SBCs of this FIFA. I think it's one of the best ones as well, personally. I think he just had a load of usable cards. I think there was Llorente, Saliba. You could have made money from them as well. I think that's something else to take into consideration with the upgradable cards. FUT Birthday. We've got back-to-back GOATed. I love FUT Birthday. I'm going to put FUT Birthday normal ones at GOATed, and then FUT Birthday Icon's going to be class. Again, purely out of attainability, but the variation of the icons was unbelievable. Rooney having 5-star skills. Yes, please. I did also pack a tradable Puskas as well, so that definitely boosts it up. You get the upgrade to the weak foot or skill moves. It is lovely. I think you got tokens for this one as well. Like, again, another promo there was just a lot of love for, I felt. There was hype at the time. Usability. Longevity. Yes, you get a couple of them. You got Kante if you do them. And Vinicius got a FUT Birthday. Marquinhos, Bernardo Silva. All very usable cards in this day and age, if you do say so myself. If you do say so, I say so myself. Trophy Titans is up next. I mean, again, variation of heroes and icons. We've been over this. I do like that. The heroes were a bit dead, I think. So I'm going to put the heroes at the bottom of class, I think. And then the icons... Oh, I'm going to put them below the World Cup one because I don't think the attainability for the high-end ones were very, very low. Like getting a Zidane on R9, like, it's very unheard of. And yeah, it was different as well. That's again, I like a bit of difference. And I mean, the longevity's still there with most icons and heroes. You did get a Torre hero. Lucio got one, to be fair. That was a cracking card. Lucio's centre-backs. Oh my God, they're unbelievable. I just realised I've missed Team of the Tournament World Cup. This was decent. I think it was better than the Phenoms, not better than the upgradable UCL one. It was there. And Team of the Season, we're going GOATed, baby. Team of the Season is always GOATed. It is one of the best times of the year, aside when you get the unlimited 85 by 10s. But that is my tier list. Let me know what you think. Have a go at this as well. If you go on Tier Maker, I think I'll also put the link in the description so you can have a go at it if you wish. But yeah. This is my tier list. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you agree with me, if you completely disagree with me, argue with me, come for me, at me. I hope you did like this different type of video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And as always, I hope you have a good day, great week, and I'll catch you in a bizzle.